already married, before, do you see yourself in the future marrying me?
Yeah.
What was all that? Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Subscribe. It only takes like 1 second. Subscribe. Right there. Over there. Press the button. Subscribe. Louis is currently in the kitchen doing the dishes. I just came back from a little interview. Gotta get them coins out. I just changed into this. I still have my hair the same way. You know, just a little light. I hate how this baby hair came out so like extra and good, and this one is just so like barely there for holding on for dear life. But I'm currently cooking the food so we can this little mukbang, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you're fancy, huh?
Oh, I thought it was a picture. Oh. Hi, YouTube.
That's it.
On camera shot, that's all.
The food is all done. Got the drinks down here. Let's get into it. Oh, you know what I forgot? Alright.
Like the napkins? Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Cute little napkins, right?
I just have a couple questions, so we're just gonna answer these.
You gotta try with me.
Do you remember the first time we met?
This time that like I actually,
Like we met in person.
yeah.
What was that like? Cause I can tell you from my point of view, but I want to hear from yours.
How was it? Or
Like, do you remember? Like, what do you remember from it? Like,
we were at Crane Brews, and all I remember, I was nervous as hell, and I was shaky, really shaky. And I know I really couldn't keep like eye contact with you. It was actually pretty hard. And you used to scare me a lot, like when you
when I was pushing your arm.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna fall off the little ledge thing and go in the water. What did you think about our first kiss? That's an interesting one.
Oh man.
So who kissed who first?
You beat me to it. So, but it was just out of nowhere. Just you kind of grabbed me like you know, kind of like a Cinderella. She just grabbed me by the arm, and just pulled me to her, and just like that.
Funny part is that his best friend was actually there, and he was standing in front of us, and he was talking to him. Like, we were in the back, but like his friend was like walking in front. We were all going to the car, and his friend was actually talking to him. And all of a sudden, his friend turns around, and boom, he sees us kissing, and he goes, "Oh, never mind." That was good.
Yeah, I haven't even tried.
When did you first fall in love with me? I can genuinely say like, my past relationships were hell and I've been through a lot. So me actually loving, like full loving him, it took me a while. When I first felt like I actually truly loved him was when I was in the hospital because I have some health issues. So I go to the hospital and stuff. And back in the days, all my exes, like they would stood me up or they cheated on me while I was in the hospital or like little things. So he was like the first guy to actually stay in the hospital with me, work with me, spent the night, rode his bike to come see me, did whatever he had to do, ate a whole bunch of turkey sandwiches, like all this. So
Y'all don't. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
So that right there, just, I don't know, it was just different, you know, we felt the love. And that was my first time. What about yours?
Before I talk about the turkey sandwiches, them hospital turkey sandwiches, boy.
I was on an all-clear liquid diet, so it was no better for me.
It's just the bread is disgusting, and all you get is mayo and it's cold. So I mean, when you're hungry and you don't got none, you know, you do what you do, but dude.
When did you first fall in love?
I could say the first, like, I mean, I feel like it was more like whenever I used to hang out with you at the beginning, like you know, at the trails, you know, and I felt like it was the day that I actually like asked you out, you know. I asked her out on her little brother's birthday. Matter of fact.
That same night, I had to like rush everything because he was standing outside and it was so cold and I felt bad. But I couldn't tell my parents that, you know, he was there at the time. It was a mess. But hey, look at us now. What about me stood out to you the most? Like, before like we were together, like what stood out to you? To me, I can answer for him. I really like his smile. He hates it because he hates his teeth and all that. But there was a couple pictures that I've seen of him with his smile, but like before we were together, and that's something like I still to this day love. I love his smile. So, your turn.
I think the most it was your personality. I felt like you always had a great personality. You was always like you're a person that is fun to hang out and you know and have a good time and vibe with, you know. So I really enjoy that. So.
What did I what did I do to show you that I loved you? Like, what did you feel that I did to show you that I loved you? And what was the first time that you realized you're like, damn, like this girl loves me?
I mean, there's a lot. There's just a lot, you know. And if we go into detail, that question is just a really deep question, you know. But I feel like when I was on my hardest, you know, I get sentimental about it. I pretty much lost everything, you know, and I didn't have nowhere to go, and you know, I'm by myself I was by myself at that moment, you know, pretty much. So she was the only person that was there for me, you know. So that made me realize a lot of things and how I actually felt about her, everything, you know. It was just like, wow, it was an eye-opener. So, yeah.
Do you see yourself in the future marrying me?
Yeah.
What was all that?
Yeah. You gotta wipe the tears.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. When I was younger, marriage, like, you can ask my parents, like, marriage was not, like, a thing for me. I'd never wanted to get married. My parents always be like, but, like, let's say, I think something like, if the person's, like, dying, you can't, like, go see them and, like, all this little stuff. Like, just a bunch of, like, different things, like, a wife can do and your girlfriend can and, like, all this stuff. but I just didn't really care. There was just so much cons to it, not a lot of pros, that I'd never wanted to get married. Now that I met Louis, you know, obviously I do see a future with him, and I do want to get married with him. But it wasn't as easy as like most people would think it would be, because he was already married before he met me. So that was something that I had to adjust with, and something I had to talk within myself about, because obviously he had a whole nother wife, a whole nother life. Like, you know, he already had that experience. It was a little bit harder, but you know, we got over it, and I truly did love him. So that's something I just had to get past it. You want kids?
I always wanted a big family.
And I want kids, so yeah.
Just because the fact that, you know, my father was really never there for me, you know. So it's just like in and out of my life. So I was basically raised with, you know, my grandparents, you know, my mom and all that. So I always said that when I got older, I always wanted a big family. So, you know, so I could show my kids that, you know, what is love and stuff like that.
I just noticed that my hair is sticking out there. Last question. If you can describe me in 3 words, what would it be? Annoying. I'm gonna try to do all A's. Amazing. Adventurous. There you go. That's you.
Sexy, beautiful, and amazing.
Well, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any more questions, don't forget to comment them down below. And don't forget to press that subscribe button. You have anything to say? Alright, Lavish family. See you guys later. Until next time.